Well, before I bring in my guests to talk about the Pune debacle, I'd like to tell them what Abhijit Sarkar, the director, and Pune Warriors has told NDTV. That at the moment, they have not thought about what they will do in terms of changes with the team, and that they gave complete freedom throughout the IPL to the management to do what they wanted. They also said that losing Michael Clarke hurt them, as they then lacked a leader, and that they have noted the worth of having an Indian captain, because they of course changed 3 captains. Mr. Gavaskar, you've already said that Pune need to make wholesale changes for next season. Do you think they should have made some changes in the middle of the tournament, like it happens in leagues across the world?
No, I don't think they should have made too many changes. I don't think they have the personnel, to be honest. When Angelo Matthews lost form, they made Aaron Finch the captain, and Aaron Finch responded quite well. He got runs. It's only in the last 3 or 4 matches he's not been scoring runs, and that could possibly be the frustration of himself contributing, but the rest not coming good. And losing from winning positions, that's been the most disappointing thing, and I'm sure annoying thing for their fans, is that they've been in positions of winning the matches, but they've been losing. So I think I'm not too sure in the reserves they have too many personnel who they could have brought in. What I would like them to do really is to look at the talent in Maharashtra itself. They are a Pune team. Maharashtra won the under-19 tournament, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of years back.
Right.
And this year also I think they were in the finals.
Right.
So I think they've got to look at those players, some of those young players over there, bowlers and batsmen, and
right.
give them an opportunity playing for Pune. Because I think that is where they will encourage a lot more of the local people to come in as well and support the team.
Right.
But just bringing in players from here and there who are not really making any contribution, and not making any contribution not just this year, they did nothing the previous year as well.
Yes.
So you can't say it's a bad patch. You can't have bad patches for two or three seasons continuously.
Right.
So that's been a little bit disappointing.
Right. Probably they should also look at the Toyota University Cricket Championship to get some players. Now, do you know, Michael Clarke is not recognized, is not really a recognized T20 player. So wouldn't having him as a skipper been a bigger problem for them?
Well, I said right from the get-go, didn't I, at the start of the season of the IPL, that they're going to miss him, and you miss your captains big time, particularly quality players like of Michael Clarke. You've got Rohit Sharma's done a wonderful job for Mumbai. You've got Dhoni's been brilliant, Chennai, Dravid's been good for Rajasthan, and they needed a captain to lead from the front. And trust me, over the last 4 months, I've done a lot of work with Michael Clarke to get himself ready for the T20 tournament, but unfortunately broke down with a sore back, and he couldn't play this tournament. And they were lacking a leader, and a leader's everything in your team. And they've had players doing the wrong roles, 3 different captains. It's been just hard work for the Pune team right from the get-go. Have they got a future? Everyone's got a future. I agree with Sunny. Always look to your youth. There's no doubt about that. But let me tell you, next year there'll be lots of changes.
Right, there will be lots of changes. What perplexes me is that Ricky Ponting also did really well in the Big Bash, but couldn't really perform out here in the IPL. Now, Farokh, Pune were out of contention for a place in the playoffs very early. Do you think sides like that need some incentive to keep fighting to improve? Otherwise, once they're out, then what? They really don't have much to do.
Surely they've got to play for their pride.
Right.
Nothing has gone right for Pune, and they haven't tried to make it right. They haven't learned from their mistakes, and that's a sad part. And that's where I would blame the management, the coach, or whosoever he is. And, I'd sort of question their abilities. They're not getting the best out of their players. They're depending heavily on Aaron Finch.
Do you see it happening that in the middle of the tournament, in the next coming seasons of the IPL, there'll be changes?
Well, we spoke about, the official said about changes now.
Right.
It's too early to think about next year's IPL.
Okay.
Because I don't think, before the actual auctions,
right,
they'll be discussing things, or they should be discussing things, and they should get the right people to advise them. Dino, are you available?
I'm sure we're not going to make any of you guests available. Mr. Gavaskar, Dean Jones, and Farokh Engineer, thank you so much for joining us.